the cornerback, the senior, Brian Peavy, is dangerous. How do you contain that kid?
Well, you just gotta you gotta do the same thing they do on defense. To be honest, is you gotta have your gaps. You gotta everybody be where you're supposed to be, and we be well synchronized. But I do think you need a little special attention on the receiver and the running back.
Yeah, you've got that kid, the Hakeem Butler, the wide receiver. That's he knows. He's sort of like Odell Beckham Jr. a little bit. He can catch the ball. All it has to be is like 10 feet within his reach, and he's got it. He finds a way to bring the ball down.
Yeah, he's one of those guys. They get it to the general area, and he'll sort it out,
He is the Pac-12 Coach of the Year for the second time, 2015 and 2018. He's the 2008 Woody Hayes Trophy Award winner. He's been the Big 12 Coach of the Year. It's just incredible what he's done, not only at Texas Tech, but at Washington State. Mike Leach on the CJ Silas Show. I'm looking at this story about the kid that transferred, the graduate transfer that you've got, the quarterback, Gardner Minshew. And he already has his undergraduate degree from East Carolina. How did you find that kid?
I think he might have reached out to us. These guys end up on the internet and things, or at least you become aware of who the graduate transfers are and who's inclined to graduate transfer. And as we were checking him out, we started checking him out, watching the film, and liked what we saw in film, liked the way he played. He wasn't a full-time starter there, but I liked the way he played better than the other fella. And so then as we start pursuing it, he commits to Alabama. And then I figured, well, it's still worth a call. All he can do is say no. So, I basically called him up and said, do you want to be a backup at Alabama, or do you want to come here and lead the nation in passing? And so he played in an offense somewhat similar to ours in high school. And then he, scheduled a trip up here, and it was very quick. I mean, within probably half a day, committed to us.
You were right about him. He leads the FBS as the season ended in pass completions, pass attempts, and he's second in passing yards. And the Cougs lead the nation in, average passing yards per game at 379.8. And I heard you recently said that some of the schemes you see in the NFL recently are mirroring a little bit of Texas Tech and maybe some Washington State. When did you say that? What do you mean by that?
Well, that's been going on for a while. There's a lot of varied concepts all over the NFL, especially if you look at Kansas City, Philadelphia, New England. The last Super Bowl was pretty much an air raid Super Bowl. Green Bay runs a lot of concepts like we do. New Orleans Saints. Anyway, it's been around the NFL for a long time, and I don't think that coaches have ever really denied that. I think that, between scouts and media that covers the NFL, they live in some kind of world of illusion where, the NFL is some stereotypical way, and college is another that really hasn't existed for quite some time. And although there are some differences, and so I think it's you go back to when I was at Iowa Wesleyan College, we look very similar, almost the same now as we did then. Okay, now the NFL is the one that's changed. They've changed a lot.